into 3 companies. So we can see here, one of the baby bells was SBC, Southwestern Bell Corporation, and it acquired AT&T company. Okay, one of the baby bells acquired AT&T, and then supposedly SBC was the surviving company, but maybe at that time he thought AT&T, the name sounds better. So it used AT&T again, and that is the current AT&T company. That is why I say the current AT&T company is not the same as the original AT&T company, because the original AT&T company was already being acquired by one of the baby bells. Okay. So after years of merger and acquisition, AT&T, the original AT&T and the 7 big bells, they integrate and they merged into 3 major telcos in the US market. So it's very similar to one of the saying in our Chinese novel, right? Like the situation when you separate too long, and you integrate. When you integrate too long, and you separate, right? But this is just for the bell system alone, right? The 8 companies, AT&T and the 7 big bells. But let's take a broader view of the overall US telecoms industry, including some cable companies and some wireless companies. Well, this picture was, I made this picture when I was cooperating with a research institute a few years ago, but at that time, so these are the new updates because we have the now acquisition, merger and acquisition of T-Mobile and Sprint. Okay, so anyhow, these are the 5 baby companies, baby bells, and AT&T. After years of merger and acquisition, they become so it's very well. I'll give you this later, okay, this graph later, but just by showing you this picture, just to show you, actually. The goals or the objectives of the US government want to break up the company and into different companies, somehow to promote competition. And then again. So do you think natural monopoly makes sense? Maybe. Okay, so this is the current situation of the US telecoms industry. And then we are going to take a look at the current binding law, which is the Telecommunication Act of 1996. Okay, of course, there are many reasons why the US government want to make a new law. But keep this in mind. If you remember, in the European Union, we talk about the different telecoms package, like the telecoms package in 2002 and then 2000. They review and they amend, they update their regulatory framework quite Well, we can say quite often, every several years, right? Only let's take a look at the US market. What was the previous binding law? And then for how many years between? Right. 62. So compare to the situation in the European Union, we can say, and also this law, actually these law are still binding right now. We can say the US government or the US legislators, they are much reluctant in making new laws. Okay, but of course, to respond to the new market situation, to the new technologies, there will be some administrative orders published or issued by the regulator, by the FCC. But those are administrative orders. Those are not really laws. Okay. Again, after so many years, in around 1995 or 1994, the US government take a look at the situation. They took a look at the situation after the bail system broke up, and they found there are some good results especially in the long distance market. Okay, the first one is the price drop. Okay, I think in some of the long distance market or some of the long distance services, the price dropped to almost of the original price. Some of them drop more. And also, the US government found in the long distance market, new technologies was introduced more quickly compared to the ones in local market. And the third positive result is there are more equipment and service options for consumers. Okay, so basically, by the breakup of the bail system, the government found out the consumers will benefit in two regards. The first is the drop of price. The second is they have more options to choose from. And because they observe this kind of positive result, they want to introduce this kind of competition into local market as well. So this is why the US government want to introduce a new law, introduce new competition in the local market. So what did they do in the federal level? So the Congress in 1995 it began to draft the bill. The bill is ready to be introduced into the Congress and to be voted. But in 1995, it began to draft a bill. And in that bill, in the explanation, it explained the goals of the act. Okay, the first goal is to provide for a competitive deregulation policy framework designed to accelerate rapidly private sector deployment of advanced information technologies and services to all Americans by opening all telecommunication markets to competition and to meet the following goals. Okay, the first goal is to promote and encourage advanced telecom networks capable of enabling users to originate and receive affordable, high-quality voice, data, image, graphic, and video telecommunication services. The second goal is to improve international competitiveness marketing. Okay. The third one is to spur economic growth, create jobs, and increase productivity. The fourth goal is to deliver a better quality of life through the preservation and advancement of universal service to allow the more efficient delivery of educational, healthcare, and other social services. So there are actually some. Okay, of course, the first one is to open up for competition. Okay. The second one is the second goal to make this new law is to encourage new technology. And because by encouraging advanced technology, they can provide more international competitiveness market. That means they don't want the US to fall behind other countries in the performance in the telecom industry. And then another goal is to promote economic growth and to create jobs. And then to provide services to all American citizens by universal service. To design a new good mechanism of universal service that can provide telecom service to all American citizens. So these are the goals that was mentioned in the bill in 1995. And this is on the federal level. And again, there should be another actions in the state level. So when the Congress was drafting the bill in 1995, the state government also took actions. Okay, about 2/3 of the state. Sorry, there should not be. Okay. About 2/3 of the state legislatures changed their state law to open their local market to competition. Okay, because they also found the need to open competition. Okay. So when they saw the Congress was making a bill in the federal level, they said, okay, we are going to join this force. We are going to open our telecoms market in our own state. Okay, so they changed, they amended their state law to open their local market. So and then the Telecommunications Act of 1996 became law because it passed in the Congress. So let's take a look at what the Telecommunications Act of 1996 looks like. Okay, first of all, let me repeat it again. Telecommunications Act of 1996 was to amend Communications Act of 1934.